And we are back with more Silent Hill F. Last time we left off, we have beaten the game, but the ending we got, I would say, left much up in the air on what was going on. And we did unlock New Game Plus, which, from the endings menu on the main menu, we know is required to get the other endings, including us having to do this twice to get the third and assumedly most canonical, true, or at the very least maybe the most concise ending. Now that said, I don't know about like how long we should let the game go on. So what we're going to do is that we're going to continue. Right. Okay. And we're going to put everything on the easiest difficulty. We are looking for not Lost in Fog. Okay, casual. Story. Okay. Yeah, looking for a low-stress combat experience. We're just looking up basically like running through stuff here. So, alright, yeah, and we're on New Game Plus. Good. Making sure that we're on the lowest possible here. Okay, let's go ahead and start this up, and let's see how quickly we can do this.
ねえねえ、知ってる？女の人はお嫁さんになるのが仕事なんだって。
仕事じゃないよ。ひな子はお嫁さんになりたくないの？
でもお父さんに言われるとなりたくなくなる。
宿題と同じだね。
やれって言われるとやる気なくす。
お待たせ。
お姉ちゃん。
何かいいことでもあった？
昔を思い出してた。お姉ちゃんって小さい頃からずっとお姉ちゃんだったんだなって。
ひな子、私ね。
これお姉ちゃんにあげる。
綺麗だわ。ありがとう。
Okay, I think that was new dialogue at the beginning when she was playing with the doll. And I do like the, that she's wearing the fox brooch this time around. So we're already seeing differences. And my current understanding of the story, so this might be a bit of headcanon, but like, we've probably already been in touch, you know, like pen pals with the young guy that we helped out as a kid, who's related to the family, the Fox family. And we're getting engaged with him at some point, maybe. I guess at the end of the previous ending, we're supposedly in our 20s. So we wouldn't be in a high school uniform anymore. But I also wonder if us giving the bell to our older sister is an indication of, like, trying to spot out our older sister later on. In terms of, like, I don't know if the bird-masked older sister is our older sister or not. Yeah. I also basically took the liberty of looking up a spoiler-free guide on how to get the alternate ending stuff, because I want to make sure that I don't screw this up. I mean, obviously, no pills for Hinako. We're getting her off the drugs. Which, still very curious how it's like, it seems like Shu is kind of hinted at being the one that got us hooked on them to begin with. I mean, obviously not intentional, I think. Ooh, I like that.
とにかく今後のことは親の方で話を進める。 お父さん、ひな子の気持ちだって。
こんな話二度とないんだぞ。ひな子にとってこれ以上の幸せがあるか。あるわけがない。どこ行く。話はまだ終わってないぞ、ひな子。
それにしてもあのひな子がね。
あいつは本当に高校娘だ。何しろおかげで借金は全て返せる。二度と金に困らずに済むぞ。
お父さん、やめてくださいよ。ひな子に聞こえますよ。
Interesting. I do wonder then, like, I don't know.
ってたまるか。そんなこと。
So I wonder if the Fox guy just tried forcing an arranged marriage on the situation rather than it being like Hinako actually liked him at all. But alright, so according to step 1 here, when you first appear at Hinako's house, we head outside and head to the house just southeast. I don't know directions, so southeast? I don't... This one? That's more like directly south. But okay, because what we'll be looking there for is... I mean, basically it just says it should be unlocked now, so okay. We're just going to do a quick run up here. Okay, so not that. Okay, the mountain road is still locked off. Like I said, we're not exactly speed running per se, but we are going to try and blitz this as much as possible. Which is also why I'll be uploading this video and maybe another one, basically for a Saturday, Sunday. Because yeah, we're going to try and basically hyper speed this, try to really wrap up Silent Hill F. Because we might need to do this like another time again after this, or maybe 3 more times. Boy, in for a penny, in for a pound. Alright. Let's go ahead and pray and check our... Okay. So we got to keep our Emma, we got to keep our Faith. We got to keep basically our upgraded stats. We can actually increase Omamori slots now past the 3 we currently have. Yep, okay. Our inventory is empty. We will go ahead and... let's start saving, basically going down from here. Yeah. We'll keep slot 1 basically fresh.
神様、私はどうしたら。
On one hand, I like how basically there's a lot more, like, story now. There's a lot more things hinted at from the first ending, but I feel like they've changed a lot, because, like, the first ending kind of ended with us just being angry at our family. Okay, we still have our 3 primary ones. Okay, so let's see if it's this house. Yeah, I don't recall this being open. It's wide open. Why are there kids laughing? Research Journal Photo 1. A photo attached to a research journal. It appears to be a clue collected by a researcher investigating the folklore of Ibisagaoka. Okay. Yeah, we check it. We got that. Alright. Introduces you to the legend of the Sacred Sword. Okay, then we head upstairs to get the balcony key. Regarding the legend of the Sacred Sword, however, it is said that the sword's animosity continued to grow, even as it remained buried under the earth. So the people erected a sacred barrier around it using Jizo statues as anchors. If one wished to find the sword, they should first start by looking for these Jizo statues. It appears that the barrier works by creating a spiritual harmony that inhibits the sword's animosity. Harmony? Yin and Yang? The 5 elements of Wujing? During this period, it was thought that everything was composed of 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Therefore, 5 was the number associated with harmony. In other words, there should be 5 Jizo statues. Are 5 such statues located in this town? I expect tracking them down will prove a tremendous task. which is why we have the spoiler-free guide here.
お地蔵様少し探してみるか
I do recall coming across them in the first playthrough, because I remember it was a bit striking that they were headless. Well, I guess we'll grab the Ararare. But yeah, okay, so we should head upstairs and get the balcony key. Given how many times the game kind of like blocks you off from making progress, that's kind of why I'm basically using the spoiler-free guide here. A woman's magazine. My father isn't fond of seeing these around. This is from Sakuko, but it's too cute for me. I mean, we're not in Sakuko's house, because she lives down the road in town, because that was the entire point from last time. But, you know, obviously not our house. He always told me, play house like a good girl should. Balcony key. A key stored on the doll's back. It seems to open the door to the next room, from the balcony. Okay. Reading ahead of time to make sure it's not like, but don't go to the next room or anything. But alright. Open the door to the balcony and use it to enter the locked bedroom. Okay. Easy enough. Oh, nothing. Alright, use balcony key. And then we are looking for pick up the treasure hunting game key. Okay. That's packing tips. A boy's diary. I'm going to be a treasure hunter. I'll make sure of it. And then I'm going to become the millionaire by finding treasure all around the world. And not just hunting treasure. A real treasure hunter sometimes takes down big scary beasts and bad guys. And don't forget that they have to learn how to escape dangerous traps too. I was play fighting with the girl who lived next door when Mom got mad at me. She said, "What if you leave a scar on her face? Then nobody will marry her." What's that all about? I think that girl would be a really good treasure hunter, though. She always finds hidden treasure when we play treasure hide and seek. I want to become a treasure hunter with her someday. Treasure hunting game key. A small iron key, unclear what it opens. Should be related to the treasure hunter mentioned in the little boy's diary. I see. I can give it a try. Okay, so yeah, the door basically is sealed that way. I assume. Oh yeah, we already opened that one. Okay. Looks like I should be okay to check this out. Oh, nice. Packing tips. Increase inventory capacity. A book by a well-known expert on how to carry large amounts of supplies. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the game's already on the easiest stuff, so ideally combat won't be as much of a pain this time around, but every little bit helps because we don't know to what extent it'll actually be true. Treasure hunt game note. You're real good at this. Not any bozo could find this one. Too bad this isn't the treasure, but points for trying. You are so close. Ooh, chocolate. Okay, hopefully that didn't, like, lock me out from the alternate ending. Again, I am a paranoid man sometimes. Okay. So, the guide said basically, go here and into the pantry. Okay, more arare. And, search the counter to find a small chest hidden in the back. Okay. Faded bride doll. An old doll in the shape of a bride, made from clay. It seems to have been forgotten for a long time. This is the treasure? Okay, nothing there. So we got the faded thing. Go outside and walk down the hill, follow the path, and then make a left towards the first house. Turn around. The Jesus statue is behind a roadside bush. Okay. So if we've gone in the town, we've gone too far. Ooh. Treasure Hunter game note. Kaboom! You got blown to smithereens by my doo-doo bomb and died. Anyone with half a brain would know this would be a trap. I'm assuming these are not going to fail me. Hey, part of it finding treasure is looking for treasure that is items to use. Yeah, Morare. Hiya, you got stabbed by my duty spear and died. Anyone looking around here for treasure is no more than fodder for my traps. Ideally, it's not actually putting traps all around. But okay. And I do wonder, I doubt it. Like, I doubt that this boy is probably Fox Mask. Because we know he moved out of town when he was young, so in theory. Okay, where is everyone?
毛がないな。
Wait, so we go down.
なら誰か来てるかな。
Yeah, I gotta be careful, because that's basically when we get to Chizuru, like that's when the game transitions. Okay, I think all these are... Yeah, okay, so... We have all our old dialogue from last time still here, which is good. But alright. Follow the path. Make a left towards the first house, which... Here? Okay. Nope. This is it, I think. Okay. Offer the faded bride doll. I found a damaged Jizo statue in the mountains. The character for Tsuchi, Earth, can be faintly seen etched into the stone base. I wonder what will happen if I offer something that relates to that character. Okay, a clay statue. While we're on the topic of offerings, I remember that I offered my old doll once. Interesting. My ears were met with the soothing chime of bells upon offering the item. This should do it. Does that imply that if I offer the wrong item, it'll, like, punish me? Okay, so it looks like the same dialogue from the notes, but then I better go and see whether there's a Ojizo-san in the town, which, okay. Yeah, alright, all these look like old stuff. Alright. That's statue number 1. Okay, during your second trip. Alright. Ideally we don't go too far, but it seems like we are in the clear to progress. I really hope so. I'm just like, ooh. Because I think if we miss it, like, that's kind of it.
すいません。運転手さんいませんか？
Okay.
他の道を探そう。
In hindsight, we picked it up as an offering. No, okay. I mean, we do know the dried carcasses. I guess it's a wet carcass.
この先に抜け道があったはず。
Trying to think if Sakuko pops out yet. Okay, we can't check our mailbox. Wait, unless... Okay. Doesn't look like that was her house. I'm like speed running, but I'm also getting distracted just making sure of things.
本当に羨ましいわ。まさかあの子がね。それに妬ましいわね。どうしてあの子なのよ。ねえ。噂をすればなんとやるだよ。
Interesting, because yeah, last time they were talking about the Curse family, which would have been the Fox family. So yeah, it feels like it's almost like playing out to be a different game practically. Narratively speaking, of course. Like, mechanically, it seems like we're all kind of going through the same motions. Okay, here should be Sakuko.
裏切り者。
サクコ、
どこ行くの？こっち通るの珍しいね。
車が道を塞いでてさ。
千鶴や？
今は誰かと喋りたくて。
私も後から行くね。
うん。じゃあね。
裏切り者。
I'm kind of curious. Okay. Huh. Looks like our mailbox is like smashed up this time. And we can't squeeze through any more alley stuff. Oh, no. We would have... Wait, where did we come out from? Oh, yeah, okay. So we would come from there, here. Okay, okay, okay. I have the memory of a goldfish sometimes. Name, Suzutani Mayumi. Last seen wearing white blouse, long navy skirt, beige neckerchief with black polka dots. Details of disappearance, the rest have been torn off.
破られてる。
Suzutani Mayumi. And we know basically in the end we see that it's like a notice for us. But again, it's hard to tell what's like dream, other reality, etc. and what is not. Okay, just looking for things here. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the store. And the store should be down there, so... Oh, never mind. I was like, so treasure that way. There we go. That's the store. Still under construction. When are they going to be finished? Like, really the only time in the game that we can see the town before it goes, like, completely to goopy moss land.
シュウだ。
I wonder how Shu's going to react given that much more emphasis on us getting married now. The pills!
よ、相棒。
シュウ。
あのさ。
うん。なんか言ってよ。
お前こそなんか言うことはないのかよ。
相棒にないんだったら私にだってない。
お前らしいや。受け身な生き方なんてお前らしくないぜ。お前が自分で選んだ道なら俺はいつまでも応援するからな。
シュウ。
シュウ君、お待たせ。ひな子もいたんだ。
リンコ。
何の話をしてたの？
いや、大した話は。
誰かとおしゃべりしたい気持ちだったんだって。
気が紛れたよ。
それはよかった。お役に立てて光栄の極み。会えると分かってたら借りてた雑誌持ってくればよかった。
ああ、貸したままでいいよ。 インコに貸した時点で戻ってくると思ってないし。
んだとこんちくしょう笑いすぎだよ。サクコだってひなこから何か借りてるんじゃないの？
私なんかあったかな。
ねえひなこ、じゃあ私が借りてる500円も返さなくていいよね。
サクコ利子つけて返すとか言ってなかった？
言ってないよ。消耗あんなら出してみろ。
いいこと聞いた。これからはサクコに貸すとき消しゴムであっても消耗を書かせるから。
そんな意地悪言わないでよ。
ねえねえ、昨日のラジオ聞いた？聞いた。でも途中で寝ちゃった。
I'm a bit surprised that Rinko's not a bit more changed, given that, like, if it's kind of known that we're in a...
あ、ごめん。何？
裏切りも。
Yeah, if it's known that we're in a prearranged marriage, then, like, Rinko shouldn't have any reason to be jealous anymore. If anything, she should be like, you should do it. Go get married. Find happiness. Get away from my man. Run. Boy, I still wonder if I'm gonna fall into a dead end or not again. Oh, get off me. No skipping. These are very, very short. Honestly, I'm surprised that we're getting caught on more things now with it on easy mode than we were initially. At least I don't remember kind of getting caught in like little side tentacle things. Okay, the healing tutorial.
これ、シュウにもらっててよかった。
Note from Shu. Hey partner. These painkillers should work best for you. They'll not only take care of your headaches, but also any pain from injuries. I suspect that the main cause behind your nasty headaches is from you unconsciously grinding your teeth when you're upset. Does that sound about right? If you ever need to talk or anything, just call my name and I'll be there.
相棒の言う通りだな。
No, we don't. Like, is it possible for me to, like, here we are, discard! Get out of here, drugs. I wonder, can I, like, unequip, there we are. Just say no. The DARE program taught me well. We have Ararare now. We don't need drugs. Okay. I will say, I do kind of like the whole thing of, like, it was the drugs all along. It's kind of a nice way to, like, kind of, like,
どこ
foreshadow some
急いで
elements.
サクコのとこに戻らないと
Okay. I don't think basically we're on like this second trip to Ibasagalka yet. I think basically the spoiler-free guide is probably referring to the second time that we come back from Foxmass Domain. Like if I had to take a guess, it might be that like every time you go back and forth, there's probably a new statue to look for. Because yeah, the next statue we should be looking for, or at least next destination, should be... Graveyard. Which I don't think we have access to that yet, but I think the graveyard might be referring to the...
誰シュウ
the shrine that originally got Sakuko's mailbox key from. So hopefully that didn't come in through any of the recordings, but like... It's not like next door was just hammering the wall or something just now. Alright, nothing this way.
シュウリンコ
I already know how you dang monsters work. But I'm trying to remember whether there's any side items. I remember light kind of like guiding us forward. Oh yeah, wait. Yep. Doesn't this collapse or something? I don't know. Okay, Yokon. So I suspect those are basically the UFO attack radio broadcasts at the ending screen last time gonna hint at to get the UFO ending. Which I like, you know. I like basically it's Silent Hill tradition, always have a UFO ending. Okay, that I believe was Golden Path, so we should be able to get something over this way. We still want to get objects to basically be able to exchange them for faith. Nope, dang it. Local doctors note there are cases where patients see an improvement in their symptoms not by taking medicine, but by rather simply talking to a doctor. The cause of this phenomenon lies undeniably in the trust fostered between practitioner and patient. Conclusively, the pharmacists who have been trusted since ancient times perhaps could be said to contain a similar power to that of the local gods here. Even among the younger generations of this town, there are many who believe praying to Oinari-san will soothe pain and speed up the healing process. One's fortitude of faith is thought to have a direct relationship to potency. There are even some towns who claim to have broken bones miraculously mended after praying to Oinari-san. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of those awful drugs. Yes. Making sure it wasn't like, eat drugs. No eating drugs. We have to stay clean if we want the endings. You don't scare me. I have the horse talisman. Up there, accessible before. Ah, screw it. Shouldn't get... Oh! I am going to keep picking those up by accident. I just know it. Discard. Alright. Run, run, run. Good. Won't budge. I remember getting turned around here last time. Nope. Hills everywhere. Okay, bloody key. There we go. Okay. Yep, let me just take this ladder here. Okay, hop on down. There we go. Yet again. Thank goodness for the horse talisman. Oh, bandage, not bad. Yes, I've taken a wrong turn somewhere. Oh, there we go. I've completely forgotten the actual proper path forward. Ooh, antique comb. Yes, yes. Alright. Enshrine. Let's go ahead and enshrine that comb. We need, I think it was like 3,000 to increase Omori slots. Yeah. And, okay, only one Emma to do that too. Don't think we need to enshrine anything else yet. Let's try to basically cap out an inventory first. Wait, I should save. Yes, we'll save here again. Alright, go this way. Diary of Revenge. According to Nihon Shoki, one of Japan's ancient history books, Yamanote no Orochi, with a colossal 8-headed dragon, demanded the sacrifice of beautiful young girls for it to devour. Upon hearing this, the wild deity, Susanoo no Mikoto, brought 8 barrels of sake to the dragon and lured it into drinking them. Once Yamanote no Orochi had been intoxicated, he slew the dragon by chopping off all 8 heads, a well-known tale. And according to Ibisagaoka's oldest historical records, after being decapitated, one of Yamanote no Orochi's heads flew far west and fell between the mountains of Higanokuni. The head eventually came back to life as a poisonous water dragon that plagued the land for many years to come. Okay, so that's... Yeah, I still wonder if that's supposed to be like the drugs. Higanokuni is known as Ibisagaoka. There are records of toxic gas leaks. Oh boy, this is going to make things a lot more tricky of like what's real and not. From the underground water streams in the past, it is highly possible that it is where the legend of a poisonous water dragon stemmed from. However, while the local records state that Yamanote no Orochi's head flew here, there is no mention of this in the Nihon Shoki. It's not hard to surmise that some shameless individual put a religious spin on the noxious leaks to turn a profit, and falsified connections using famous literature to solidify their claim. Yay, Emma. Oh, kitchen knife. Nice, nice. seeing any other pickups around here.
リンコ。
And stone up and then run. Yep. Toolkit, yes. Yep, I figured. But I think with us being on easy, I think we heal every time we just use a shrine, so... If you're gonna attack me, I'm gonna take whatever you're hiding. Rombone, alright. And then back to running.
シュウ、どこにいる？
Yokon, good. Okay, not an item. That was... empty. Oh, shrine, good. Alright. Forward again. Baseball bat, there we go, 3 weapons. Nope. Alright, then we fight till exhaustion, and we go to Foxmask Domain. And we're making good time so far.
苦しい神社じゃなくて駄菓子屋の娘に生まれたかったって。ここならいつでも好きなだけお菓子が食べられるよ。おやすみ、咲子。
The strange thing is still that from like what we know, that doesn't sound like that's the case at all with Sakuko. Also, what's that like little bubble that appeared just then? Yeah, like the Sakuko basically from all the stuff that we encountered in the first playthrough, like it seems like she wanted to fix up the old shrine and everything and...
咲子との約束守りたいよ。
Okay, let's use up the baseball bat first and foremost. There we go. Oh, combat and easy. I don't fully recall that from last time, a Shu rushing in, but maybe I'm mistaken. I wonder how much easier the puzzle will be now.
これは
Thy restless heart betrays thee as unfit for this auspicious day. Thou must first pay respects to the gods and the spirits of thine ancestors. A restless heart leads to a corrupt soul. Only through sufficient offerings laid upon the stands may thy soul be cleansed. And I assume it's pretty much the same as before. Okay, same dialogue. Okay, so this time around it's like how the thing is like bow tied. I want to say no. Say this one, and this. I think here. Here. And slowly leave. My sanity.
はよう。悪い夢にうなされていたかな。
悪い夢。
怪我はないか。怪我をするようなことは私がする。君は体を大事にしなさい。
ありがとう。
In my head, I'm still like, the red mist, drugs.
Hinako.
And she was having a drug freak out, and he's just like, whoa, 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 calm down.
どこ？
どうした？こっちだ。
誰なの？
Just run, run, run. Yeah, this should be pretty straightforward, because this is the zigzag that then leads to the one, where you get introduced to combat here, too. Again, it raises questions of, like, which like when they swapped Hinako's for a bit there at the end, and we were here for the first time, second time.
Kinasai. こっちだ。
Kaiken, a beautiful dagger used for ceremonial purposes. This blade has been intentionally dulled, so it doesn't make the best weapon. However, it does seem surprisingly durable. The Inari statues laughing. Creepy. Okay, nothing there yet. Same as always. He's always running ahead.
何の神社？
Yeah, because if we take some of the texts as like literal from before, there's still the issue of the cursed initial head family of the Fox clan. Like they all died from some weird mystery disease.
君のために鍵を用意した。案内しよう。
So that could still be basically a supernatural thing, because there's that balance of like what's symbolic and what's actual like elder god, ancient god, deity, weird, etc., etc. Nope. Okay, so yeah.
これに似た絵を見かけたような。
Yeah, we'll take the Yokon. Let's do basically saving these 3 slots for a bit. Just in case, well... Now, okay, we'll basically over here. We'll eventually move that way. But I am kind of like, you know, making sure we don't accidentally pass by the potential point of no return, so we haven't tried to take care of one of the statues. But alright, so I gotta go look for the symbols. As I pass into the world of the dead, I pray only that I do not pass through the gates of hell. Please hear my prayer. In hindsight, it's like, yeah. Any reason I can't just walk back? Outside of maybe not wanting to do that? I guess I should be careful. Let's make sure we actually open up the gate. Oop, find water. To extol the advent of our clan, we bestow upon the sacred land the name Heaven's Benediction. Send forth to the sky a crane, and to the earth a serpent, and to the spring a tortoise. Pray for the prosperity of our clan. Okay, so crane, snake, turtle. Is this doing no damage to me, or is it really that low? I mean, I'll take it. Dang, I was hoping he wouldn't notice, but alright. We're gonna do this. Let's dance. Resurrect in time. Alright, we are looking for... Was it like last time? Well, I guess there's more lightning than before. I'm just kind of curious though if I do flip over the lightning. Okay, have something must be off. Yep. Don't see... And they have the cat again over here, but I take it we can't, like, get two of the same, Emma. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it does also seem like they changed the art between difficulties. Okay, fire. Like, whenever I see basically one of them standing out, I'm like, huh? Yeah. Okay, and I get the multiple basically of the tree from the thing destroyed. He already resurrected. Fine, fine, fine. Alright, back to it. Not seeing any turtle. Let's see, what was this thing again here? Okay, shrine vault. Crane, serpent, tortoise. We have birds, but I don't think these are cranes. Yeah, that's what I thought. And I don't think they would have changed, like, the location stuff. I'm really not seeing it. I guess in theory we could go to the other ones and, like, see if maybe they did put them all in the same area? Alright. Let's go on to the other areas. I do kind of like it's like, even though they're easier puzzles, it's like, it's new puzzles, nonetheless. If whoever happens to read this note, it becomes so easy if you just stop and give up. After all, you're already among the dead. I'm going to assume that's an allegory for the addiction to drugs. Alright, let's go ahead and record. Okay, and then... remember this way here. Okay, so yes, we go up. Because one of the paths basically is a one-way path, so we gotta be careful we don't run into that. Yeah, here we go, okay. At least I think? Yeah, okay. Mom, Dad, I don't think I'll make it home. I just wish I could see you one last time. Mayumi, which? The girl from the disappearance note. Okay. Don't see anything there. Oh, snake.
多分これだ。他の絵も探さないと。
I doubt it'd be that easy that the snake would be right next to the other ones. Okay. Good. I wonder if the allegory is maybe the other girl got addicted to drugs. I mean, Mayumi basically got hooked on them and then disappeared. Oh, there's a crane.
あと一つ。
Interesting how they all kind of fade away once you find the right one. Where previously, this is where we found like other secret stuff, like other additional omamori. So I guess in easy mode you couldn't find some of those, so... yay for us having powered through on non-easy first. Mainly because of the horse. The horse is just such a good omamori. I can barely see the path here. Here we go. Okay, so we're looking then for a turtle. Don't see a turtle. Oh, there it is.
よし。錠前を試そう。
Okay, doing the little sensor thing. I don't recall another one over that way. Hmm. And I have to go investigate it, right? The secrets. Oh, the Nari Sushi. Nice. Ooh. Now, ain't this something? Ooh, eyeballs. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything interactable with around here. Oh yeah, the eyeballs kind of remind me of the other thing. Ooh. A perspective on hierogamy. Tales of mortals being wed to gods and spirits can be found throughout every culture across human history. Certainly, from the perspective of humans, to tie oneself to a divine being is an undeniable honor. However, if one were to consider the opposite perspective, the divine being is binding themselves to a vulgar life form. What could possibly motivate them to make such a degrading choice? Countless seasons have passed since I first came to this sacred land of beauty and wonder, and yet, even now, if I consider whether I myself am worthy of such an honor, I cannot answer in the affirmative without any confidence. So I must ask myself, what benefit is there to such beings mixing their divine blood with that of lowly mortals? To be clear, I am overjoyed to be of some use to them. However, I cannot help but wonder. Amamori Shroomal. Dodging does not consume stamina while in a near-death state. Ugh. Okay. I do kind of dislike the weird all-eye appearance here. I don't remember this from last time. So Whoa! Aha, okay. I see how it is. Ones I thought I had heard, I thought basically were coming from this direction, but I guess not. Okay, so yeah, so definitely new, because that particular enemy had a special introduction and everything. Okay, I can't see anything. Pick up. Oh, another Emma. Nice. Okay, let's not linger here since this is where one of those guys patrols. Okay, everything looking good. I'll save again. And I don't think we have any shrine-specific offerings yet. still got 3 slots where we need to start offering things up, so we should be okay. I guess we could offer up the Ararare. Nope. Alright. Journal. There we go. Alright. Horizontal, vertical, snake. Is there 2 verticals or just the 1? Okay. Okay, I think I got the snake wrong. I think that's a more complicated snake. Oh yeah, we have a lantern. Okay, don't see any secrets. Again, with like, what things have changed? You never know. Alright, stone key.
受け取ってもらえて嬉しい。淡雪の宝玉より削り出して作った君のための鍵だ。
私のために。
その鍵を稲荷像に。
Yep. Stomp, 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 stomp. I do like how this does no damage. Just like, yay for easy mode. Let's get some stamina back. Now I'm like, does the
扉は客人を招くためのものだ。だが、こちらの扉は聖域へ入ることを許された者にしか開かれない。
私は入っていいの？
もちろんだとも。君を招くために今日がある。まだ少し歩かねばならないが、しばし休もうか。
大丈夫です。
疲れたらすぐに言いなさい。では行こうか。
Still trying to put the allegory pieces all together. I'm like, okay, the doll is her innocence versus getting married, and the red stuff is drugs.
しっかりしろ。返事をしろ。よかった。お前は簡単に死ぬようなやつじゃないよな。
シ
じだよな。一体どうなってんだ。街から誰もいなくなってる。これは悪い夢なのか。
どこに行っても化け物しかいない。悪夢以外の何者でもないな。
だとしても幸運だったよ。この世界に残ったのが2人だとして、そのもう一人がお前で嬉しいよ、相棒。
リンコは？
俺はあいつに話があるって言われただけで、別にその。
リンコは無事なのか？一緒に逃げたんじゃないのか？
悪い、俺も混乱してたみたいだ。あの時はみんなバラバラに逃げた。俺もリンコの姿は見てない。
こんな状況でリンコはどこへ？
自分の家か。行ってみようぜ、相棒。
シュ
ウ。どうした？早く来ないと置いてくぜ。
よし、しっかりしないと。とにかくリンコを見つけなきゃ。
Okay, shrine right here. Good, good. Alright, we're gonna record. And then, so we're gonna go where I think the graveyard is, but if I get it wrong, we're gonna keep that particular save intact for now. We just run forward, because it should be at the edge of town, but I thought the edge of town, though, like near the farming, like, place, I thought we end up getting pulled back into Foxmass domain around then. If we did, then it wouldn't line up with what I think should be the case anymore. Okay, where are we? Okay, we're heading in the overall kind of right direction. Excuse me. Oh, dang it, I couldn't grab the Ramune, but whatever. Actually, I want the Ramune. We can get it later. Okay. Alright, turn around. Okay, get stamina back. Okay. And then record again. This time down here. Alright.
シュウ、いるか？
なんだ、相棒。
今のこの状況、いつまでも宇宙船総ごっこをしていたい。私かお前の夢の中ってことはないよな。
だったら互いの頬をつねり合ってみるか。
いや、自分の方法くらい自分でつねれる。
残念だが夢じゃないみたいだな。
So good, we didn't. Nope. No drugs. Alright, now the graveyard should be up here. Yeah, I see you. I do wonder how you stop them from doing the grab attack. Like, if I hit them first, does it stop them? Okay, so up here, if memory serves correct, should be the old shrine, which is also part of the graveyard.
この先にある昨今とこの神社。よく行ったな。
Okay, so far just a lot of fence stuff. Oh yeah, okay. It's hard to tell basically monuments as gravestones and monuments as like other stuff. Rusted flask, an antique portable thermos bottle. The glass container inside is broken, so this is no longer usable. Which, okay, so yeah, you'll find the rusted flask lying next to one of the graves. Cool. Facing the grave, turn left and follow the path toward the Torii Gate. Okay, so that's basically... So we probably offer that up to the next. So that's probably going to be metal for the elements. We got earth and then metal. I wonder if Sakuko's key is gettable here still. Okay, divine water. Or if maybe since we got it in the first playthrough, it's gone now because maybe it's still in our inventory? Maybe? And now think about it, like wasn't there a whole scene also with, no, Shu should be waiting down below if it's gonna repeat like last time. Yeah, let's check the inventory real quick. Collectibles. Do we have Sakuko's old, We don't, but in theory it was used to open up her mailbox, so that might already be considered, like, used, so I don't find it again here. Either that or I've totally mixed up what I find where and when. Again, memory of a goldfish. Okay. So we head... Alright, here's Shu again. Hey, Shu. Although, double checking real quick here. So, alright. Facing grave, turn left, follow the path towards the Torii Gate, continue following the path as it curves, round a low, rocky ridge to the left. Circle the ridge, and you'll find a ramp that allows you to climb up it. Okay. I am glad I have this as a non-spoiler guide, because I would have probably missed stuff. Alright, let's have Shu do a thing.
リンコの家はそっちじゃないぜ。
ごめん。ぼんやりしてた。
ここ、サクコの家の神社だよな。
うん。
あんまり思い詰めるな。急いでリンコを探そう。
そうだな。行こう。
I'm reminded of how much like Batman that is. Just like, turn around and he's gone. Okay. This looks like a rocky ridge. No? Okay. I think maybe that went too far. Wonder if it would show up on the map or not. Seemingly not. Okay, so we got the thermos over here. Okay, picked it up. We go towards the Torii. Now, follow the path through the Torii Gates as it curves around a low rocky ridge to the left. Gonna, like, might as well just hug the left ridge here. Nothing so far. And I feel like gone maybe too far? Unless they mean this, which then... Gotta be careful, because we know basically, like, somewhere roughly around here is Golden Path. But I do feel like I've gone potentially too far. Okay, I have no time to play with you. Okay, that's the capsules. That sounded like the boss. We want to avoid at all costs until we turn this in. Yeah, circle the ridge until you find a ramp that allows you to climb it. It's like, eh? And this is kind of like a ramp. Aha, here we go. Offer the rusted flask. I found a damaged Ojizo, Ojizo-san. In the mountains, the character from Mizu, water. Oh, okay, so not metal. Can be faintly seen etched into the stone base. I wonder what will happen if I offer something that relates to the character. Is this Sakiko's family shrine? My ears are met with a soothing chime of bells upon offering the item. This should do it. Alright, cool. Okay, why is it still... Oh, do I have to go back one? No. Alright, then I should be good, basically, to proceed forward. We should probably save. And obviously keep an eye out for any other new things along the path here. So, we're at about at time for today, but... maybe we can push on just enough to fight the next boss. Though we should probably save beforehand, though. Okay. Over here. Like, heard it. Oh, I gotta hold this. Ooh, sickle. Nice. Sure. Thought I saw something for a brief moment there. But okay. Boom, boom. Saved. Alright. Let's try to at least get to the next boss. Clear past that, and then basically we'll call it after beating them. Alright, now we gotta just navigate the rice field here. Again, thank goodness for the horse Omamori. He's just like, we're in combat, doesn't matter. We can run to our heart's delight. Full horse girl. Okay. In hindsight. Okay, I guess either one kind of works. Yeah. They're your little stabby, dumb stuff. Okay, so facing them doesn't stop that. The more you know. Yeah, get it out. And during one of the early cutscenes I did look, basically, so the other things do seem to be like, next time you're there, so I think it is per time you go back. Really hope though I'm not messing it up. It's like reading a test where it's like the final step is like, do steps 1 through 5 after step 6. It's like, wait, what? But no, we should be good, I think. I'm just now very quickly checking. Okay, I mean, everything seems to be as it looks like. I wonder, I don't know, it feels like I'm potentially missing something, but I mean, we should be okay. Should be. Alright, yep, we know that's gonna be locked. Grab that toolkit. And we gotta get this. Oh yeah, it gets knocked into the well. Yep. There we go. We learned our lesson from last time, so as it's resurrecting. I forgot about the multiple hold down things here. Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah, what else can we pillage though before he resurrects? Yep, this is fine. Another reason basically kind of rushing through the game is that even if we are missing something, we'll have to go through the gameplay loop one more time.
Junko-san に頼まれたんだ。何があってもお前を守れってな。
お姉ちゃんが？
ずいぶん前の話さ。さあ、行こうぜ。
行こう。
Remember we get knocked out at some point. Okay, there should be a shrine. Yeah, here we go. Okay, we should be good to save here. Okay, nothing over here. I want to see if I can't get knocked out and then saving Fox Mask Realm for next time.
ここで遊んだのいつの頃だっけな。
懐かしいね、ここ。幼い頃この辺りで迷ってワンワン泣いた記憶がある。
お前が泣くとこが想像できないぜ。
もうずいぶん長いこと泣いた記憶がない。
お前は何でも我慢してこ 心に溜め込む悪い癖があるからな。春にはメダカやオタマジャクシ捕まえたっけ。水が気持ちよかったな。ほら。田んぼで遊んで泥だらけになって怒られたこともあったっけ。
こんな状況なのに懐かしい思い出ばかり思い出す。
今ではどれも懐かしいな。辛くなったらいつでも泣けよ。俺が絶対に相談に乗ってやるからな。
ありがとう相棒。
よし行こうぜ。霧が深いな。リンクのやつ無事だといいんだが。
I do like the additional subtext of, like, she has a prearranged marriage. Potentially of her own volition or not. Those are pills, aren't those? Yep. I mean, I guess we might as well swap out the beaten up one. Who are you? Why do you always have to be different than everyone else, freak? Doll, nothing to say. Okay. I assume it's just going to say what we've already read. Yeah, alright. So, who is different? Because I remember hating this puzzle before. I mean, it's not based on, like, gender, so it's not like one person out in that regard. I still don't know how I even did this the first time. I mean, I know how I eventually did it, by just kind of spamming through stuff. Maybe it's one that don't have weapons? More than... I mean, I guess... No, 2 have weapons. They both have ropes around their hands. I guess most of them have like more like plaster faces. Whereas this one over here is a bit like super smiley. Yeah. Okay. You? Article. Child drowns in waterway. On the evening of the 7th, a 5-year-old girl fell into the waterway of a rice field and subsequently drowned to death. Authorities believe she accidentally fell in while playing. Okay. And go. I vaguely see a sickle from one of the people in Puzzle 2. Who are you? Honestly, you're helpless without me. Given they said helpless in And it seems like all of them except for this one have a weapon. I'm going to assume that weapon is the clue here. Article. Child drowns in waterway. To the children of Ebisugalka. Good kids don't play near waterways. Be especially careful when there's been a lot of rain, because water levels will rise. Good kids don't play in crop fields. Watch out for those reservoirs and ponds, because they are dangerous too. Okay. Have the fingers pointing to our back, and move forward. And ignore the sound of an enemy moving behind us. Although. Boo. There we go. Puzzle 3. Who are you? I'll be your friend. Otherwise, you'd be so miserable alone. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's not the ones that are kind of paired up, so I assume this one? Nope. Come on. Okay. You know what? If you're gonna do this. Okay, was that the only one? Alright. Okay, so they have like heart badges on. What? Cut you down to size. Okay, a bird. Yeah, this girl doesn't have anything on. Same with that one. And that one. And that one? Man, now I'm very confused. I don't... Wait, maybe the partner attacked me? No, that's heart and heart. Okay, you potentially seem lonely. Article. Child drowns in waterway. Around 6 p.m., the girl's family discovered her floating face down in the waterway after being carried 2 kilometers downstream from where she initially fell in. She was transported to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced dead on arrival. Multiple accidents have occurred due to this waterway in the past, but a single prevention measure has yet to be put in place. Alright, and go. Trying to keep an eye out for the wind. Who are you? Tell me, truly. You two aren't anything more than friends, right? I've always been watching you when you weren't looking, you know. Going to assume this one? Nope. When you weren't looking. mean, you're looking at someone who's not looking. Nope. Nah, let's keep it to the pipe. Okay. Who are you? I mean, maybe you? You're the one being watched? I swear this puzzle. Article. Child drowns the waterway. Parents and guardians. When children are lost and begin to panic, they become less able to pay attention to their surroundings. There have been numerous reports of children running around areas they are not familiar with, then falling into waterways and reservoirs and drowning. If you come across a lost child, please offer your help to them. This puzzle alone makes it worthwhile of doing puzzles on easy mode. And combat on easy mode, it's like, oh, this is like one of the roughest bits of the original, like, default difficulty levels in the game. Okay. I forgot how many puzzles there are. Who are you? Yes. No. Who are you? You. Yes, you. I guess we go with the one that looks like me? Or do I know the path forward? Is that the riddle? Like, who has the hair closest to my hair? Article. Child drowns in a waterway. Ooh. This evening, the lifeless body of Shimizu Hinako was found in a crop field waterway after she presumably drowned to death. It is suspected that she panicked after losing her way and began running around in the dark. This is likely when she stumbled and fell into the waterway. The name of the actual child who tragically died has been replaced with cutout letters. Cutout letters of my name. What a disgusting prank. Okay. Is there a save thing over here? I think I did the exact same thing last time.
Hinako.
Rinko は
読んでみよう。リンコ。俺だ。シュウだ。いるなら返事してくれ。
Just have to wait for Rinko's attempted murder of us.
ひなこも無事でよかった。
怪我はないか。家族は。
私は大丈夫。でも誰もいないの。足の悪いおばあちゃんまでいないなんて、こんなの絶対に変。誰もいないし、気味の悪い怪物がうるつき回ってるし、何が何だかわからないよ。
お
して。
これ以上ここにとどまるのは危険だ。町を出た方がいい。
町を出るって、お父さんやお母さんは、みんなは。
助けを呼ぶためにも今は行動を急いだ方がいいかもしれない。
みんなを見捨てるわけじゃない。助けるためにも一度脱出する必要があるんだ。
でも町を出るって言ってもあれじゃ無理だよ。
無理ってどういう意味だ？
そっちの窓から鉄橋が見えるよ。霧が濃くなければ。
嘘だろ。
鉄橋が。どうしよう。
東の鉄橋がダメなら西の県道を目指そう。
柊の家の裏山を抜けるのか？
あの山越えられるの？
わさび田への道がある。うちだけの抜け道だ。リンコ、念のため薬や絆創膏を持っていきたい。
台所に救急箱あるよ。取ってくるね。
あ、私も一緒に行こう。手伝う。
相棒が一緒なら安心だ。
Let me walk in front of you. Perfect shoving position. But yeah, it seems like a lot of the cutscenes have kind of toned
台所どこだっけ？
back on the new content. And not really too much additional context to take from these. It's like, yep, Renko's death stare. It's like, come on, I literally have a marriage roach thing on me. Here we go. Let's go ahead basically and save at earliest convenience, and we can wrap up here for today. So far, good pace, much quicker than original playthrough. For obvious reasons, but still. Okay.
一体
Need to get to a save lantern. Shrine thing. Mr. Fox, far off in the distance.
もう少し待っててくれてもいいのに。
Exactly, Hinako. But okay. Now the big thing is that we have a brooch now that should get us into a door that we couldn't gain access to before. That we were told to stay out of. And I'm very curious exactly then, like, what's in it? Yeah. We remember all them scary noises from last time. Take that. Yay. Our marriage authority allows us to access these rooms. Ooh. So this is where they take the hands. Embroidered drawstring bag. Yeah, increase the inventory capacity. Yay! This embroidered drawstring bag is very high quality, from the fabric to the pattern, so be careful not to get it dirty when storing your belongings. Yay, 13 and 14. Mandate of the clan. Drain from the sacrifice her blood, sparing not a drop, and add unto it wine that has been distilled 8 times over. Spare her body of its earthly viscera and fill it instead with rice that has been mixed with the master's saliva before sealing it shut with needle and thread. In the dark shall the vessel shall the vessel rest undisturbed until the redolent odor of wine rises from her skin. Adorn her in fine garments befitting a bride, then set her afloat on a raft of straw so her blood wine may seep into the water's surface. Do this, and into the depths she shall sink, quelling the wrath that waits below. Ew. The thing is, though, like, it did seem that Foxmask is the boy who moved away when we were young. So it seems like his clan might be screwed up. I don't know if he's screwed up, because he never got raised into this. A perspective on Harigami. It is a core tenet of Shintoism that each land throughout all Japan is protected by its own deities. From this, people pray to the gods so that they and their lands might be blessed. In turn, their belief strengthens the gods and gives them the ability to better protect the land in a beneficial cycle of reciprocation. Thus, the bond between humans and gods is vital to the prosperity of both. If the underlying strength of this bond can indeed be explained through mortal blood, then the reason for gods joining themselves in sacred matrimony to mortals who call their land home becomes evident. Perhaps it is through the addition of their blood that the bond between mortal and god is strengthened. And if this is true, then I should think that frequently upholding such forms of unification would be best for all involved. However, in practice, marital bonds between mortal and deity are vanishingly rare. It is mystery why this is so, or perhaps I find the greater mystery to be, why was I chosen? Which I wonder if still that's the other girl, Shimezu from the beginning of, like, who also vanished. And funny enough, the whole, like, basically a corpse stuffed with rice to make, like, wine and whatnot. It's like, not my first time seeing that, funny enough. It's like, hey, I remember certain legends like that. Albeit more basically from, like, entities stuffed with rice to begin with, not stuffing corpses with rice. It's a bit of a dark take on things. And stuck. I don't think there was any other marriage doors that we can open in this particular area beyond that one. Yep, sure, we'll take the Yukon. Yep, something is missing. And search for the missing part, but what we're really looking for is a save. Which I thought was around here somewhere. Maybe I'm thinking of it right past this. There's basically the jar of, like, weird blood wine that we saw before as well. I say blood wine only with the current context. Yep, storage room key. Ah, here we go. I knew it was around here somewhere. And yeah, we can go ahead and save here. But alright. Let's go ahead and call it here. Always like character facing the camera as we wrap up here. Excellent, there we go. Perfect. Like the little yellow dot in her tummy. There we go. But alright, yeah, not a bad pace, especially if we do, like, Saturday, Sunday videos to try and really power through Silent Hill F. We can do it. We can get Hinako off drugs, get her clean, and get her a holy weapon, and then also find out additional things, because I'm still curious about the Fox family. How much does the young, kind of, bastard son know about everything? Is he wrapping up in this? Is he marrying us to be a sacrifice, or is he marrying us because he actually likes us but the family thinks otherwise? How does that connect back to the town? How does it connect back to the pills? the pills, to the poison dragon, to Yamato no Orochi. Questions, but I do like some of the additional context gotten from, like, second time playthrough. So, curious where this will all go in the end. Yes. But alright, until next time, later.